Hopefully we're back. Yeah, hopefully we're back. Looks good on my end. All right, when people tell me we're back, I think we are. 3 spades in the north was the final result at this table. That is an unbelievable result. How did North-South not find their way to either 3-0 or 4 spades? That is crazy. But in the meantime, Rosenberg is well on his way to making 4 spades. He's going to have... I mean, he cashed all of his trumps. Or at least almost all of his trumps. There is the potential for, I don't know, some sort of crocodile coup happening here. Like, we lead the 10 of diamonds, it wins, then we exit a club. What does East do? Like, I guess East needs to go up with the ace of clubs and play the queen of clubs to partner's king. Or I suppose East could play the queen of clubs and West could overtake to push Art through. It seems as if 4 spades actually may go down. Wow. The diamond opening lead. Declare just didn't have good enough communication between the hands. But a lot's still riding on the defense. Is my stream back on YouTube? I don't know if YouTube viewers are still here. Yes, I'm back. Perfect. Although, for whatever reason, I can't see YouTube chat again. I think Twitch is acting up, or maybe it's not Twitch's fault, but streaming is acting up right now. Thanks for letting me know, though. Jeffrey. You're back. Yeah, I can see you on screen. Oh, there you go. Excellent. We're all good. 21 boards into the round. Oh my God. Rosenberg exited a club and East won the queen. West didn't overtake, which I think is a huge error. And then now East is unplayed. Well, East could have unblocked the ace of clubs before exiting a diamond. I mean, this is crazy to me. This East-West defense really needs to get looked at because, yeah, huge mistake. And Rosenberg read the position perfectly. He could have played a diamond to the ace and just taken a heart finesse to make his contract. Instead, after the club exit and the diamond switch, he thought he knew what was going on, and he was right. Well played by Rosenberg, but that defense from East-West cannot make day 3, cannot make the Reisinger final. Like, West looking at King Jack 10 of clubs, always should overtake the club queen with the king. And then it will be very straightforward to switch to hearts. And I mean, East can see the end play coming, right? Win the queen of clubs, unblock the ace, and then get out a diamond. That's simple enough. But good result for Rosenberg. And really needed. I mean, this 4-heart bid from Kaplan, I don't think a lot of players would find that call. We can take a look, I suppose. Let's look around the field. Polish auction, so North was able to show a strong hand. And then North, I guess, just had to jump to 4 spades. Let's just check in around the room. Yeah, 1 spade, 1 no, 3 no. By another American partnership. Bassis and Lorenzini. Bassis opens a spade. Same takeout double. I think the takeout double makes it a little bit easier for North-South to avoid no trump. But I like the bid. I'm absolutely on board, even though the hand's a bit off shape. 2-3, 3-5. Favorable. You just got to get into the auction. Whibley and Edgerton using Gazilli, it looks like. 2 clubs showing a strong hand or clubs. 2 hearts must be hearts. And weak, and North bids 3 spades. So North-South got to 4 spades this way. They did make it. Wow. How did they make it? Oh, East-West never set up diamonds. I guess East must have just let a trump. Samantha, do we need to have a talk about not leading the opponent's suits? Is that something we need to sit you down and have a discussion about? Like Bridge 101? How to pull trumps? How to bid games? How to not lead the opponent's suits when you're on defense? Don't lead doubletons? Don't know about that lead, but that is one way to immediately blow the contract. Oh, I guess we can rotate around. So we'll jump back into the Fleischer table here to watch the next set. Which is going to feature Shori, I suppose, right? Because Shori is going to move to this table. We saw that Fleischer and Rosenberg were sitting like back to back at tables. So we'll get to see Shori again. Oh, wait. No, just kidding. They just played here. All right, Shori's leaving. We'll get a new team. Whoever Rosenberg was playing, they were playing up against Zagorin. So we'll see Zagorin. Wait. We have some drama going on. Hold on. There's some drama in the chat. Let's see. What are we talking about? Oh, thank you, Al Hollander, for pointing out to us that board 18 was not played because someone overheard discussion at a different table, and they're getting a replacement board. Aha. Very honest of the players to let the directors know. Now we're having discussion about why are they not being isolated. Oh, we have a new board. Some comments about things, and then there was like a discussion about Edgar. And anyway. On to the next hand, Fleischer against Zagorin. East is the dealer. We'll see a couple of passes, unless South wants to preempt 2 diamonds at either table. I don't know if they have it available. Yeah, players are having trouble not discussing the boards. But the thing is, they're all playing the same boards. So this shouldn't be a problem unless one table is like 20 minutes behind. But how is that possible? We're playing like a regular match point movement. This isn't like your typical match point games, at least in the US, where you have to pass the boards back and forth between tables. This is every table has their own set of boards that are pre-made. Neither South opens. 2 passes around to a spade. Take out double from North. 3 hearts looks like a mixed raise from Samantha in spades. Feels about right vulnerable. No problem at this form of scoring with overcalling or with doubling on North's hand with only 3 hearts. Zagorin passes for now. I wonder if we'll see Zagorin balance back in with 4 diamonds. Yeah, Eric, they might finish playing the boards early and discussing it. It could happen. I mean, it sounds like it did happen. Yeah, 18 is the last board in the set. So if someone is particularly upset about their result and starts yelling at the partner, which is a frequent occurrence, then I guess another table would overhear. Whoa. Okay. Difference of opinion here. Versace game forces over the mixed raise. That seems like a big position to take on the West hand, just a flat 13. Wow. And with weak spades. So if you need to take a spade hook, it's probably offside after the takeout double. That's crazy to me. Diamond lead from North. The other table is only in 3 spades. All of this is going to come down to whether or not Versace makes his game. Like, even at imps, I don't think I would be betting 4 spades there. Super Coop asks, what's the point of 3-0? I think 3-0 was to play, right? It was an offer to play. He wasn't making a non-serious slam try opposite of mixed raise. He was just... yeah, he was just trying to play 3-no trump, which still seems unbelievable to me, opposite of mixed raise. He only has 13 again. Game King says 4 diamonds lost the overtrick. I mean, there was never going to be an overtrick. It was just going to be a question of 10 or 9. But yeah, as we see, the club lead is pretty natural from North at the other table. And whatever Declare does to guess the club suit, he's going to get it right. You mean the crucial 10th trick. Yeah. Right. I mean, Versace still has some chances. If North had ace jack 10 third of hearts, the 9 of hearts would set up. But here, it seems pretty unlikely that he can present some sort of Morden's fork position to North. You can knock out the spade ace and then get back to the west hand and lead a heart up. And if North ducks, you can win the queen, but you're just short on entries to ruff all these diamonds. And if you ruff all the diamonds early, then North doesn't need to hold up the ace of hearts. I mean, he might try something like that anyway, but he's just thinking about how to time it, right? So the idea basically is like, let's say we knock out the ace of spades and North returns a trump. And now allow me to lead from the west hand 5 times in a row. We ruff a diamond, we lead the 5 of hearts, North ducks, we win the queen, and now we start running all of West's spades, then North does get strip squeezed. So the question for Versace is, can I pull off something of that nature? Or is it better to just play for some sort of legitimate chance, like ace jack 10 third of hearts, for example? I think the stream dying's my internet's fault, and this means that before whatever the next big event is that we cover, I don't know when that'll be, I do need to get the internet fixed. Okay, Versace plays a spade up to the ace. North is in. Yeah, North plays back a spade. That is going to sink the contract. So Zagorin once again picking up a nice result on this board. It does feel like Zagorin is doing very well. Meanwhile, board 23 is underway. Hard opening from Lorenzini. Spade overcall from Slivovitz. And 2-0 from North. 4-card limit raise or better in hearts. So East has a couple of options. 4 clubs, the fit showing jump, or East could just bid 4 spades to put a lot of pressure on. East could splinter in hearts if they thought there's a chance their side has a slam. One Under Trick Wonder asks, are we hate watching Samantha? Did you just get here? We've just been jumping around to different tables. So currently, Team Fleischer is on. I kind of like 4 spades from East over 2-0. This feels like a sequence where 4 spades is going to buy it an extra percentage of the time. I don't know how much that is over just bidding 4 clubs. And that's got to be useful from our perspective. We are 6-5, and it might be the case that we should always pull 5 hearts to 5 spades anyway. So if we're always going to do that, we may as well bid 4 spades now, not give, like, we might just buy it in 4 spades. And that was East's choice. Lorenzini I think for sure is going to bid out to 5 hearts with the spade void. A bit risky to do so, but it sounds as if we have either a cheap save. So 5 hearts, 5 spades by West. That's insane. I mean, even though you know your partner has a heart void, I don't really understand the 5 spade bid. East could be bidding 4 spades on 4 card support with a heart void in this sequence, just to put pressure on the opponents. That's crazy. West's hand is awful. Yeah, you can't just go bidding partner's hand for them. Oh, Faster Wyverns, I didn't realize. Is West a junior? Interesting. Now I understand. I take it all back. Of course West has to bid 5 spades. West picked up the same 1 spade overcall they had earlier, so they must still stick in a bid. It's their hand to declare. They found a fit. Just gotta keep bidding until the opponents tell us to stop. Basis doubles. I assume pass would have been forcing for them. And even though 6 hearts looks like it makes, with declare being able to pick up the diamonds, there's a lot of work to do. What with roughing a few spades in the south hand. Basis doubles immediately leads a trump, kind of realizing what's going on here. Gotta lead a club at trick 2. Faster Wyvern says West has 0 defensive tricks. He does, but your partner can bid, right? Your partner has an opportunity with a heart void to bid 5 spades over 5 hearts. If partner doesn't think that we have a good save, then like we wouldn't double, right? So we would have doubled if we had some interest in defending 5 hearts. Like if we had the ace of spades and whatever else. Yeah, 5 spades at the other table, but in this sequence, East is the one who took the action. The way the auction timed out, North elected to bid 5 hearts over 4 spades. Probably just because North had not yet shown a game force, so North felt compelled to bid again. And then East with the heart void took the push. Neither North-South pair wanted to chance the entire board on a on the heart slam. Ooh, Faster Wyvern says Kalita saved in 6 spades. That is double dummy par, right? I mean, maybe 7 diamonds is cold. Seven diamonds from the north. You would need to rough all 3 spades in South's hand. No, I guess it's not. Close, but not quite. Back in this room over here, 1 no penalty double by East. 15 count, opposite a past hand partner, catches really well. And Basis has this off shape 5-4-2-2 1 no opener with only a 14 count. Kind of realizes that that you want to play no trump at this form of scoring. Took a gamble, but now he has to decide if he's running. Lorenzini decides not to run, or I don't know what's going on in the north-south auction. We don't have alerts. But Lorenzini with 3 highs and kind of only one suit that he wants to play in, which is hearts. Maybe judges to sit it out for 1 no. Good decision by Basis to pull to redouble, and then South bypasses clubs because he only has 2 of them. 2 hearts from North. East can make a forcing pass. They'll find their way to spade fit. Yeah, Eric, 6 hearts is a little bit of a challenge to make on board 23. Could pass be forcing redouble? It could be, but I don't think that's what South is doing. Also, I don't think that's what's going on because North thought for some time before redoubling. 100 Trick Wonder says, if redouble is wanting to run to a 5-card suit, shouldn't Cedric begin with 2 clubs? But I don't know what their agreements are. So this theory is that South might want to play 1 no redoubled, right? So you're suggesting that if South wants to play 1 no redoubled, North has to redouble to give partner a chance. North couldn't just bid 2 clubs. I don't think that's true, but I'm not sure. Yeah, my suspicion is that South's pass was to play, and Basis, with an off-shape no trump and fewer high card points than expected, only a 14 count, elected to run. That's what I think happened. How does East know that this double is not penalty? Wait, what? This is not how bridge works, guys. You can't just like randomly decide whether or not your doubles are penalty or not penalty and kind of gamble based on your table feel. You need to have firm agreements about what doubles are penalty. So it looked to me like the double of 2 diamonds was penalty. And then based on that, this double would also be penalty. But as Super Koopa points out, it's a bit more common that the first double by either player after a penalty sequence like this, the penalty double of a no trump, is takeout, and then all subsequent doubles are penalty. What is unheard of is playing double of 2 diamonds as penalty and double of 2 hearts as takeout. That is effectively impossible. So I don't know what's going on East-West. I mean, it kind of sounds like they're on the same page, but still very confusing. Perhaps intended both as takeout, but yeah, I mean, sure. This is something, if this is a junior partnership, this is something these guys need to discuss. Like, you can't have no discussion if you're playing a penalty double of the opponent's no trump. This is one of these important auctions that will come up, as we see here. Look at this, at the other table, 1 no. Penalty double as well. Pretty popular treatment nowadays. 2 diamonds, diamonds and a major by South. Yeah, it's going off the side of my screen, but So West does need to decide what to do over 2 spades, and West bids 4 spades. I'm not sure how I feel about this decision, but it's within reason. I mean, you would want to at least invite. Stretching for games can pay off at this form of scoring. Oh, Zagorin and Baniri had a bidding accident. Did they? Oh boy. South bid 2 diamonds, thinking that it was diamonds in a major, and North just passed when it got doubled. Oh no. So East-West get 4 diamond tricks. They can also just set up spades. Yeah, this is going to go spade to the 9 and king. East cashing the queen of diamonds, then the king to indicate that he has a club card. Uh-oh. Declarer is in trouble. I do think 4 spades is making. For that question earlier, you're just going to play the no trump bidder for the spade king. Eventually you'll play like spade to the ace, spade up. No difficulty whatsoever. A bit of care needs to be taken just in case the jack of diamonds doesn't fall. Want to ruff a heart and deal with the 4th round of diamonds, but Declare is going to get all the info they need to make this thing. Wait, what happened? Oh no. East-West did blunder a little bit on defense, so Declare is going to come away with 5 tricks, but it still doesn't matter. 500 is still enough to win the board. So what happened? Sorry, I was paying attention to 4 spades for a sec. I mean, at this point, Declare is just going to cash out 4 hearts, and it's going to be 2 diamonds doubled down 3. I want to see what happened. Two rounds of diamonds, spade. Versace wins the ace and then plays back the 10 of diamonds. This is a good play because he's confirming to his partner that he has this card. If he just played back a spade, because Versace is never getting in again, his partner might never touch diamonds for the rest of the play. And he doesn't want that to happen. He wants to make sure that his partner pulls 4 rounds of Declare's trumps before Declare gets any roughs. So 10 of diamonds is a good play. Now Samantha should win this and play back a spade. He pulled a trump. No, this is good, right? What do you mean they messed up the defense? What's wrong with this defense? Yeah, this is good defense. It's not double dummy, but like, who cares? I think they did everything right. Four rounds of trumps was awkward for Declare. Yeah, Declare threw some clubs. I mean, with East on lead, that queen third of clubs is protected a little bit. But yeah, Dummy had a little bit of difficulty there in finding discards. Well, Game King, you're now just looking at double dummy analysis, right? Sure, East-West can get a heart ruff, but Declare could always cross to hearts in their hand and pull trumps themselves, if necessary. What if Declare had the diamond 9, then it's down 2? But it's not, right? You cash the 10 of diamonds, East plays low, and then you play back a spade. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. It's always down 3 on this defense. I am 100% confident this was the right way to defend the hand. They also don't know that South has 4 hearts, right? South showed diamonds in a major on the sequence. Or actually, Samantha didn't even get that explanation. Samantha might have gotten the explanation 2 diamonds is natural. What's the benefit of not playing a second spade before cashing the 10 of diamonds? East might get in and never cash the ace of diamonds. That's the benefit. Because if we play another spade, Declare might be able to score roughs in the south hand. East will be worried about West having 3 small diamonds and Declare having 10 fourth. Then partner roughs a heart, but what if Declare has a doubleton heart? Like, Declare doesn't need to have hearts on this auction. I'm confident that West did the right thing on defense. Not just because it's Versace, but like because it makes a lot of sense. West is trying to help his partner out in this scenario. I mean, I'm certain that he's also trying to take the maximum number of tricks, but sometimes you can sacrifice 1 trick on defense, or you can maybe sacrifice 1 trick on defense to make the defense very clear and straightforward and easy for your partner. Knowing about the 10 of diamonds in West's hand is really important. Yeah, as Faster Wyvern said, a spade return would result in an extra trick because West retaining the diamond 10 would be able to rough the 3rd round of hearts. But, like, neither East or West know what Declare's hand looks like. Like, I hear you. Double dummy, this was an error. And Lovebridge would be going off. They would be like, Versace, the worst player of all time. Look at all of these double dummy errors that he's making on defense. What an absolute clown. Board 25. Sorry, let's jump to the other match. Let's go watch. Hello. Let's go watch Zimmerman for the final set, or maybe for the penultimate set. Zimmerman up against Team Rothy. Here's your guys. If EPL is still around. One spade opener, 2 heart overcall from South. Favorable, a little bit different. Yeah, Zimmerman released the Dutch pair, Draver and Brink, and has brought in a Polish pair. Looks like the same auction at both rooms. Three rounds of hearts, forcing North to rough and East over roughs. South pretty happy about that, given that they started with 4 trumps. Yeah, Zimmerman was worried about the salary cap, so needed to downsize a little bit. Okay, Declare going about ace of diamonds, probably leads the diamond up towards the king at this point, expecting to cash 2 diamond tricks, but South will rough in front of dummy. Yep, there's another diamond. So South gets to rough. Oh, Eric, did he play with the Dutch guys in the Solway? And then he played with them in the open border match. Whoa! South doesn't rough on a diamond to the king. That is a huge error. Because Declare's plan on this board was to just cross rough. After that third round of hearts got roughed, Declare knows that he's losing control of the hand. Huge blunder. Because now Declare just goes ace king of clubs, club rough, heart rough, club rough. And then South is going to get end played to lead away from the spade king. I guess South needed to rough in with the king of spades there and play back a trump, but he didn't. Unbelievable. Yeah, you really need to think things through on defense. Same start to the defense here from Marcinovsky. But two spades making four. Just a crazy result. When South could have just roughed the diamond and sat back with the king of spades to hold it to 3. Oh, they had agreed to play in this tournament? Yeah, Craig had mentioned that a lot of the cycles for pro play start in the summer or something like that. I don't know where he gets that information, but maybe that's the case for a lot of the American pros. And so Zimmerman probably had swapped teams earlier in the year after the Bermuda Bowl. But if they decided to play an extra event, it seems fine. Yeah, they ended up winning the Mitchell border match earlier in the Nationals. We'll probably see the same line of play here from Declare at this table. Ace of diamonds, diamond up, but South is just going to rough. I mean, it's just insanity to not rough this trick. Board 26, while South thinks this one through. A no trump, strong, 2 diamonds transfer from Miller. And North just gonna put it in 3 now. Yeah, the entire Zimmerman squad is in the Reisinger, and they did pretty well on day 1. I think they ended at 1st and 3rd place, if I recall from the standings earlier. Klukowski selects a 4th best lead.
Hey, hi, Rob.
Hey, hi, Rob.
Why did that have an echo? Anyway, Rob, thanks so much for the 36 months. Oh man, 3 full years of support for the stream. Really appreciate it. Welcome back to the lounge. Like, we had a sub earlier and it didn't have an echo. Why is there an echo? This is... Why do we have an echo? South pitched a club? I don't know if I can do this. Both of these teams need to be out of the event if they're going to defend like that. I don't know. This is just crazy. Just absolutely crazy. Like, Declare doesn't even need all of these good clubs. Declare just needs the ace queen of clubs, and then South can see exactly how the play is going to go. Wild. But wait. I said that South could ruff the third round of clubs with the king and then exit a spade to still hold it to 3, right? So now South can ruff with the king of spades, exit a spade. I don't even know what to say anymore. That doesn't work, Game King says. High cross ruff, but the 9 of spades gets promoted, right? Doesn't it? Or am I missing something? You ruff with the king of spades, you exit a spade. So Declare ruffs the jack of hearts. Oh, yeah, it is just a high cross. Okay, never mind. He just needs to ruff the diamond. Holy crap, board 27. That's a lot of hearts. Oh my. Okay. Three no trump went down 1. I didn't really follow the play. Declare, there was a spade lead. I remember that. And it looks like Declare has 4 clubs, at least 2 hearts, a diamond, and a spade, and I suppose that's all he took. 1 no, 3 no by the Polish pairs. I kind of like that auction. It seems okay. Board 27, 4 heart preempt from South. 4 no overcall. Double by North. I don't know. What do people play double as over 4 no here? Could double be like, I want to bid 5 hearts? Jack of spades lead from Queen Jack 9 5th. Kind of a sensible alternative to low that was chosen in the other room. Low works out great when partner has one of the honors, but could blow trick. Whereas this is a little bit safer, but very unlikely to set up the spade suit because West doesn't have a ton of entries. I mean, certainly this hand is penalty oriented, but is that really a valuable bid to have for your side? Because your partner opened 4 hearts. Your partner's never going to bid again. So if you have a penalty hand, you could just pass and double whatever they bid. You don't need to announce to partner, hey, I'm interested in penalizing them. How do you feel for your 4 heart opener? And also, if it was, South would 100% double with the ace of diamonds. So I don't know what actually happened on their agreements, but it feels like North-South might need a little bit of discussion about this sequence. Club lead from South with the singleton does have a diamond entry. This is not going to be the most effective defense, but also Declare has some serious trouble in this contract. Any merit in playing the double of 4-no as key card? Actually, you might be onto something. Yeah, that seems like a sensible agreement. I could buy that. One Under Trick Wonder asks, would the strategy in BAM be to double more often? You can kind of think about doubles like match points. So doubling part scores and stuff, doubling games, it's basically just match points, right? You're trying to play for greater than 50% chances. Club opening lead. Declare still in the tank. Gotta go up with the ace, but then the question is what you do next. Kalita knows he's in a lot of trouble. I assume he just leads a high diamond. So the question is, high diamond round to the ace. What is South gonna do? Probably finds the spade switch. Okay, unblock the club queen. You don't want the club suit to get blocked later. Good play by Kalita. And South immediately finds the spade switch. North cashes. A couple of spades. King of clubs. Now a club. South gets to overruff with the jack of diamonds. Yeah, I mean, I suppose what could North possibly be doubling on? North doesn't have clubs, they don't have diamonds, and they don't have hearts. Same opening bid, same 4-no trump overcall. So North-South got all their tricks at this table. Same double from Novak. Maybe it's the case that a lot of players just don't have a discussion here and they're just trying to indicate some strength. 5 diamonds. If double was penalty, South is going to double 5 diamonds. There we go. This makes a lot more sense than what happened in the other room. Singleton club lead. Or Queen of Hearts. I mean, either makes sense, assuming North's double is penalty-oriented. The Queen of Hearts would be aiming to give partner a ruff. Or promote trump tricks in partner's hand. South does lead the Singleton club. So Declare is in the same position. Will we see a duplicated result? Losing a club, 2 spades, and 2 diamonds. Yeah, Eric brings up a good point that maybe we want to differentiate between pure penalty and maybe inviting a penalty or inviting a save. I don't think the north hand looks like pure penalty to me, is the thing. Like, 3 small diamonds is not great. I mean, ace king of spades is fine. Stiff heart is fine. King of clubs is good for penalty suggestion. But they might be making 5 diamonds. I mean, East could have a singleton club, for example. Game King, you think pass than double is more penalty, so this is the suggestion of, or this was going to be a suggestion to try and sacrifice. Faster Wyvern says, be afraid that partner might pull to 5 hearts in front of you if you don't start with the double. See, I think that when you open 4 hearts, you shouldn't then bid 5 hearts. I would need to see a hand before committing to that. Well, Declared doesn't even unblock the club queen, so they're just in huge trouble anyway, even if the defense blows the 2 rounds of clubs getting roughed or spade switch, but I think now South is just switching to spades. It's probably worth discussing with your partner if you double first and then double again, what does that mean? Or if you just pass and then double. I like the idea of keycard, though. That intrigues me. What the hell is the low club? Why did North play a low club? That didn't happen, did it? I don't think that happened. I think North cashed the king of clubs and then played a low club, and the VuGraph operator just, the play was too fast. So that was a push. Do we have another round? Yes, we do. Oh, you can't see. But yes, 30 boards. So we do have one more round. Let's head back to the Rosenberg team to close out the set. Oh, and we get to see the same auction at every table. Here, Michael Rosenberg did not double 4-0. I wonder what the difference is. So Krikorian will double 5 diamonds. Got the ace of diamonds. I mean, if partner's double is suggesting some sort of penalty, South has it. South has a trump trick. I am tired. About ready to sign off after one more set. Shift, you want double to involve partner in the 5-all decision. So you think double should say, I'm interested in saving in 5 hearts. Faster Wyvern says, if I were to enter the Reisinger with a team of only Robs, how high would I rank? Who are these Robs? Like, I'm trying to think of Robs that play bridge. Oh, me? Like if I had a four-handed team that played in the Reisinger? I mean, I would expect to make it to the finals. I don't know what seed I would expect to be. Like, it wouldn't surprise me if I got knocked out before, but I'm a pretty good player. Hopefully people think that's true, having been here for a number of days and regular viewers on the channel. Chat would do the commentary. Ooh. Yeah, we need to get that set up. Honey says that would be a robbery. I get it. I would have good partnership understanding. I'm not even sure that's true. What happened? Wait, what happened here? Club to the ace. King of diamonds to the ace. And a claim for down one. Queen of hearts switch, I guess. Is that enough? I don't know how down one happened. I see shift. I think generally having an agreement is better than not having an agreement. So if that's what you want to do, that's probably better than just no agreement in the spot. Yeah, down one seems like a very, very strange number of tricks to have made. I agree, Eric. Clamato, you think I'm going to bust out of the Reisinger day one? It could happen. It has happened before. I would say with no fault of our own, given that we brought back two 70% games on the Bridgemate and still did not manage to qualify for day two. Craig was there. He remembers that story. I was just down a few robs. Yeah, we need to increase the rob factor on the team to be able to make it out of the first day. One Under Trick Wonder says, what kind of hand is flexible? Maybe wants to double them, maybe wants to play five hearts. I mean, assuming your four heart opener is normal, so like not junior and not shift, then I don't think you need a heart fit to want to play five hearts. I think it would just be a hand that has some aces and kings. So like if partner has, say, a void in the opponent's minor, then hopefully your aces and kings, like let's say North had ace king of spades and ace of diamonds or something like that, and the opponents get to five clubs, then South can say, okay, let's bid five hearts, something like that. I'm not sure. Zap Sniff, yes. If only Kit's Corner would capture my table action. Maybe one day I'll play in the Reisinger again. I would want to have a real team, though. We're on to the final set. pass by West. Is Rosenberg going to open the 11 count? I don't think he likes to be all that aggressive. I expect him to pass, as will East. Kaplan in fourth seat gets to open a heart. Seems like a Drury auction to 2 hearts is where we might end up. And at the other table, Hampson and Greco, they do play precision. So Hampson will open a diamond on the North cards. That's just their style. Which might mean that North-South get a little bit overboard. Ooh, okay. Kaplan getting a little frisky, opens 1 no instead of 1 heart. The boredom match fever is catching up to him. Has 14, a 5-card suit, worth upgrading. I'm not sure if they're 14 to 16 or 15 to 17. Diamond opening lead. And it looks like this is coming home with that Queen of Hearts on side. So good choice on this lie of the cards for Kaplan to open 1 no. Greco and Hampson, no difficulty in reaching 3 no as well. After Diamond, South gave a choice of game sequence to show 5 hearts and a game force, and North with 4 triple 3 sat for 3 no. But importantly, the contract is played from the other direction. So here Platnick leads a spade. Yeah, at Kaplan's table, he gets to win the Diamond Queen, unblock a heart, and unblock a hardened dummy, then cross in spades and take the heart finesse. A bit revealing, but he has nothing better to do. At Hampson's table, like, to do so, he would want to win the Queen of Spades, and then cash a high heart, and then play a spade over, and that is very revealing. He might instead forgo the possibility of stiff Queen of Hearts offside and just win the spade in North's hand and run the Jack of Hearts immediately. That doesn't give anything away. I think I like that choice. Looks like that's what he's doing. Kaplan going about the line of play we discussed: win the diamond, unblock a heart from both hands. Ooh, he does get a cover from Platnick on the Jack of Hearts lead out of hand. Maybe he was planning for that as well. Thank you for elaborating, Shift. I mean, again, I think just having an agreement is good, and not having an agreement makes it a little bit more difficult to interpret partners' bids. Yeah, now Hampson needs to figure out if he has any chance of an over trick. Because he could just knock out the diamond ace. He'll have 5 hearts, 3 spades, and a diamond trick. Or he could cross to the 10 of hearts and lead a club up. And if the ace of clubs is on side, he may well score an extra trick by doing so. There's not a lot of danger in leading a club to the king. I mean, clubs could be 5-1, but it's pretty rare. Like, sometimes when clubs are 4-2, they block the suit, so they never get to take 4 club tricks. But this does seem like a sensible attempt to try and make a 10th trick on the steal. Oh, the 7 of hearts cashes. Interesting. Now he plays heart to the 10. So getting as much information as possible before making his choice. Rosenberg needs to find a discard. Kevin Rosenberg. He knows about the spade position, so a spade discard will be safe. I think he'll probably try that. One Under Trick Wonder says, any merit in playing a diamond towards the king? Sure, but West is always going to duck if they have the ace. So if there's a way to like end play West into leading clubs into your king later, then that would make some sense to go for that. Then you have 2 diamond tricks? No. Kevin Rosenberg does pitch a spade, and Greco, or Hampson, declaring is going to lead a club to the king. I mean, highlights the difference between imps and every other form of scoring. Declarers are aggressively playing for these over tricks. Meanwhile, Kaplan has cashed all of his hearts. The defenders have pitched all their spades, so he can cash a couple spades now before deciding what to do. If Kaplan thinks the ace of diamonds is on side, he'll cash 2 spades ending in the south hand, lead a diamond up towards the king. If he thinks the ace of diamonds is offside, he'll cash 2 spades ending in the north hand and lead a club up towards the king. Not gonna matter which one he chooses. Hampson is definitely sweating right now because he tried to play for this over trick, and with the ace of clubs offside, now he realizes the best he can do is 9 tricks. Club to the king, a pretty revealing play. If North had the queen of clubs, Declare would 100% be playing a club to the 10, without question. So Rosenberg knows his partner has the club queen. He might go jack of clubs club, trying to cash out and capitalize on a gamble that Declare had taken. But no, he just passively exits the jack of spades. Now I think Hampson is going to be relatively comfortable. Pretty unlikely that a defender still has queen jack 9 of clubs. So he can just knock out the ace of diamonds and be content. Diamond to the queen. And we'll see the push. Oh man. Kaplan going for all of the glory here, but the opponents had blocked the diamond suit. So they can't cash 3 diamonds and 2 clubs from this position. Wow. So Kaplan also risking his contract. I'm not sure why he did this before playing a spade to the king. Maybe on the queen of spades, he was planning to play a spade to the king and then lead a club, but then he got some more information as West discarded. Wow. So Easton with the club pushes a club through. Really important for nickel to do so. And yeah, Kaplan could go up with the club king and go down. King of clubs. And then however East-West unblock the hands, they have just a ton of winners. So he's got to play safe at this point if he wants to make his contract. And he does work it out. 10 of clubs. Wow. Bit of a risk, but he does come out okay, going plus. Well judged. I mean, East turned up with what? The ace of diamonds, the queen of hearts. If East had the ace of clubs, they probably would have opened in third seat. Tima asks, is this not regular imps? It's not imps at all. It is board a match. Two diamonds by East. Guess which team plays Flannery? Weinstein's team. That's right. All of nickel playing Flannery. I mean, except for Greco Hampson, because no one can tell them what to do. Two diamonds, two hearts. Double by Rosenberg. Take out. By a passed hand, so he doesn't need much. Kaplan. He does bid 2 now. Not interested in going after a penalty with such weak hearts. And with only 9 highs, partner being a passed hand, figures the opponents might just be making it on power. Cats doubles 2 now. This is going to be a penalty-oriented double. One under trick wonder, you didn't think the team of 2 Adams was going to be good enough to win the Bermudable? How wrong you were. I mean, really importantly, it was a U.S. team with no sponsor. Most of the time, U.S. teams have sponsors that play in the Bermudable. It is a pretty big handicap. Like, I'm not sure that anyone would necessarily put the pairs on that team as, like, the most elite in the entire world. But they're really strong, like, world-class partnerships that they had on the squad. Rosenberg should bid 3 diamonds, for sure. He does have longer diamonds. In the meantime, Platnick and Rosenberg over here, a heart and no trump. Forcing for them. We saw it earlier. They had a big win on the first board of the set with a forcing no trump. Take out double. And then East rebid its 2 hearts. North-South are not getting in trouble at the other table. Club lead against 2 hearts. Looks like a good start for Greco and Hampson on defense. Set up their club trick. Set up a way to force declare. And if Declare misguesses this jack of spades, they might be in a bit of trouble. Yeah, there's a lot of bidding going on over here. Rosenberg is thinking through his options. I mean, I suppose one of the things that Rosenberg might be considering is either pass or redouble. And the theory might be that first we try and play 3 clubs. And if the opponents double us in 3 clubs, then we can run to 3 diamonds. Now, he does just bid 3 diamonds. Katz makes a penalty double. All pass. And Nichols on lead. He has the ace-king of hearts. This is a trump lead auction, so he might just lead the jack of diamonds, which he does. Good lead. And now the question is, can Declare make this? And that answer seems to be yes, right? Declare has 5 diamonds, 3 clubs, and the ace of spades. And Rosenberg absolutely will make this. It's not even going to be a question. King of diamonds, pull 4 rounds of trumps, king of clubs, club to the jack. He knows West was interested in penalizing. Also, there was the Flannery bid. So he's going to play East for 6 hearts, I'm pretty sure. He might even get some count signals from East on defense. So he'll pick off the 10 of clubs. And this feels like it's going to be a win for Team Rosenberg. But you gotta make these doubles. And I don't know if a different opening lead would have mattered. I mean, if East went ace of hearts and a heart, would that have caused Declare problems? Maybe. Double does give away the hand, but you're still just playing for plus 200. West has a 10 count, partner opened the bidding. West has both of the opponent's suits, at least in terms of length. Game King, you think it still makes after ace of hearts and a heart? I don't know. Declare does have some problems, but it does open up a little bit of a cross-ruff plan for Declare. Not much of one, though. South has very few entries, and South isn't short anywhere. Two hearts comes home for Rosenberg and Platnick. I mean, the hand all comes down to whether or not 3 diamonds doubled makes. We're on to the last board of the set. Hampson and Greco. I guess Greco opens a diamond on the South cards. Could open a no trump. 14 to 16. Yeah, Super Koopa, the double doesn't cost anything if 3 diamonds makes. It also doesn't cost anything if 3 diamonds was going down because 2 hearts was making. And I think Rosenberg undoubled would have played for 3-3 clubs because he would then go minus 100. Like, this is a big thing that he would be able to work out based on the play is that 2 hearts was making, so minus 100 wins the board. And he might expect his teammates to stop in 2 hearts. It does cost if the other table's in 3 diamonds undoubled, but that seems pretty unlikely. He knows that his teammates are not playing Flannery, so he knows East would open heart, and they would just get to 2 hearts, and North would make a takeout double. South would never compete, so 2 hearts would end the auction. Double was a good move, absolutely. Club goes to the Jack and Ace. I mean, the best thing Cats could do would be to play back a club here. Because that would give Declare as little information as possible. Declare would have to guess immediately what's going on. He's seen... So Flannery normally shows 5 hearts and 4 spades. It could have extra length. Yeah, play back the 10 of clubs. No, definitely the 5. Oh, look at that. I called it. Greco did open a 14-16 no trump over on the right side. Transfer to spades. All pass. West is on lead. Diamond kind of stand out with the singleton. Maybe it's not so obvious to lead a diamond. Rosenberg is sitting on 12 highs and the opponents have game forced. How could partner ever have the ace of diamonds? So a diamond, all it's going to do is going to pick up partner's diamond holding. But he does lead the diamond ace. Looks like a good start. Declare can make this. Yeah, other leads are not really safe, as Game King says. Okay. Heart goes to the king. Now a spade to the queen, and now the queen of hearts. Rosenberg could pitch on this trick. No reason not to. Just try and get a bit more information. I think Katz really should have worked this out to play a club through when he was in. He kind of knows what the deal is all about. Spade to the ace. Club. To the 9. 3 diamonds doubled making. As predicted. Well played by Michael. On to board 30. Looks like Declare is just about to make 4 spades over here. King of hearts will come back. Declare can pitch the heart loser on the club ace, take the spade finesse, and pull trumps. Easy enough. So once that claim happens, we'll jump back over to the 1 table. Close out the day, at least for me. You all can still hang out and watch. I don't know if the ACBL is doing a stream or not. But I will be done. I'll be back tomorrow at, I guess, 12:45 a.m. No, 12:45 p.m. Eastern, because we have a 30-minute delay. So I'll be back 15 minutes before game time, once again, to cover the first segment of the finals. 1 no by Kaplan. Penalty double? That doesn't seem like the right thing to do. I guess it's 4-card major, longer minor. is what's going on from Cats. North can still transfer to spades if they want. Yep, there's the transfer to spades. Make sure you and partner on the same page about this 4-heart transfer. Don't want it to go one node double 4 hearts all pass. Cats will probably lead the same diamond. We might get the exact same defense. 3 rounds of diamonds. G2R2, maybe it's just Bam. Commentary and play has been super fun. Yeah, Bam is really exciting because every decision matters. I mean, I don't think I've ever heard a bridge player say that Bam is not the most skillful form of the game. Or at least any expert bridge player. You're welcome, Rob, for doing the commentary. I'm sorry that I have to run out early. I would love to be here for all of the Reisinger. This is my favorite event. It was my favorite event to always play in the NABCs, and it's my favorite event to do commentary for because Bam is exciting. There's never a dull deal. Oh, but Cats did lead the King of Hearts. This gives Declare problems, right? There's no more hand entries to take a spade hook. So if Kaplan pulls a second trump, if he just goes ace of spades right now, and then starts playing on diamonds, the defense may well come out on top with the 5-1 diamond split. Oh my. Okay, I have an errand to run immediately after the stream. I'm gonna try and pick up some food on the way back from that. Yeah, and Kaplan does cash the ace of spades, so this is probably going to be a loss for Team Rosenberg and a win for Team Nickel. Now he's going to work on the diamond suit, hoping that the diamonds come home. But as long as Nickel, when he leads the 2 diamonds from dummy, doesn't go up with the ace or king, he's not going to be able to bring the suit home. Nickel just needs to duck on a diamond to the queen. I mean, he has all the information he needs. His partner has the spade king. Declare has turned up with the ace of hearts, the ace of clubs. They didn't cash the king of clubs when they were in a hand earlier, which he might have done to pitch a diamond. So yeah, this is trouble. And we could say that the opening lead won the board. The singleton diamond makes some sense, looking for a ruff, but here Cats decided to go king of hearts, figuring maybe that his king 10 third of spades was already gonna be worth a trick some of the time. Nope, the score here has no meaning whatsoever. We think that it is a combination of imps and doubled board match scoring, which I don't understand at all. Maybe they'll be able to work this out later in the event. We'll see if they can manage it tomorrow. All right. I'm all set for getting something to eat before I go sleep. And Kaplan deep in the tank. I'm not sure what he's thinking about here. I mean, the play is just diamond to the queen. Just kind of need the 9 of diamonds to drop in 2 or 3 rounds. Maybe he's just thinking through the whole hand. The 8 of diamonds. Wow, he's running the 8? Oh my. It didn't matter at the end of the day, but that was a big decision from Kaplan. That could easily have cost. He was thinking about something. I mean, he decided he was going to try and pick off 7 doubleton with West. This would be the way to do it. You know? Sometimes you gotta trust your table feel. But that is the end of the set. You know what we can do before we leave? ACBL Live probably has results for the Reisinger. Whoops. Let me see if I can pull it up. Reisinger board match detail or leaderboards. This is what we want to see, right? This is 9:30. That's today, Saturday, 9:30 a.m. San Francisco time. So Team Edmonds is in the lead with 2 points. They're up by 2. Team Rambeau in second, Zagorin in third. We thought that Zagorin was having a good day. Zimmerman in fourth, Goldberg in fifth. These are the guys that I think I already banned from playing in the event next year. So they're in sixth. Tomasini in seventh. Nickel is in eighth. Shorey is down in ninth. And Fleischer in 10th. That's currently where the top 10 sit. Looks like these results do not have teams 11 through 20. But that's a stacked field. Very stacked field. Okay. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Thanks for all the support today. And I'll be back again tomorrow. I think Craig will be joining me. We'll be starting up around 12:45 p.m. Eastern Time for the first segment of the finals in the Reisinger. That'll be the last day of the NABC.